Ho, 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 ho. Ho. What's up, guys? Well, we are in for another crypto bloodbath. Didn't we just have one of these like a few weeks ago? Shit. Well, we're going to talk about the charts. I know it's a crazy day. We're going to talk about the charts. We're going to talk about what's going on. Look at some of these numbers and some of the big charts for big coins. Of course, answer your questions second half of the stream. So let's just get straight into it. See what we got to deal with today. All right. And I know what you're thinking. We're on the road to the Golden Bull Run, straight to Goblin Town instead. Not a big fan of Goblin Town. Terrible bars in Goblin Town, just full of goblins everywhere. Plot crazy this one. 22 bear market felt like coming down for a ridiculous sugar high into a deep depression. True. This one feels like the beer was just starting to get warm at the bar, and then someone farted and it smelled so bad he just decided to go home. That's a pretty funny analogy. You know, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, man, if 108 was the top, right? No, market's been pretty crazy recently. If 108 was the top and the M2 flows don't matter and all the bullish tailwinds for crypto don't matter and nothing matters, it's over. And we're going to come back in 4 years and do this all again so we can go to 120 and then lose it all again. If 108 was really the top, I mean, what an utterly lame excuse for a bull market this has been. ETH didn't even get close to its all-time highs. Oh, sure, Solana got a new all-time high by like $30. Still fuel left in the tank, in my opinion, but we've got some pain we have to process between now and then. But anyway, let's keep going here on some stuff. All right. Shared some of my thoughts earlier. Brutal market conditions. There's absolutely no sugarcoating anything that's happened recently. It's been absolutely horrific for everything. And Bitcoin finally losing out of the range. Problematic. MACD weekly bear cross in effect for BTC. Not great. ETH broke multi-year uptrend. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Sold down 50% a month. Most of your altcoin bags, as you probably know, mine too, are mega wrecked. Loads of rejections across the board. But the S&P 500 is only 3% off all-time highs. The amount of insanity and irrational bullshit going on in crypto right now compared to stocks is out of this world. The S&P 500 is only 3% down from all-time highs. Now, U.S. stock markets go open up in a few hours. Maybe there's more panic when the Americans wake up and start panic selling all their coins and panic selling all their stocks. I don't know. We'll see. But perspective, it's kind of crazy. Now, fear is growing in the stock market. People are getting worried about inflation going up. People are getting worried about the effect the tariffs are going to have. Lots of other little factors spooking the market. Stock market super valued at current ratios, too much concentration in the top stocks, et cetera, et cetera. Look, so a lot of the things I've so far thought were going to play out for markets in 2025 have up until this point been wrong. And that's, you know, try to be real with you guys, right? It sucks. Obviously, we were ready for market volatility as always, right? But hey, at least maybe we're finally seeing the others BTC totally bottom in April before, or in February before our mega bull run in April, May. There's still a lot of opportunity for the markets to turn around real fast, and that can happen, okay? The trick is that macro might be turning on us. And it's so silly because the U.S. economy is in great shape right now. A market may be trying to front run that it's not going to be in great shape in 6 months or a year. I know we have some billionaires like Steve Cohen out there sounding the alarm, but anyway, this altcoin sell-off, definitely one for the record books. Kind of reminds me of mid-21, where if you weren't around in 2021, basically had to run up for Bitcoin to 65K and just Goblin Town, man. Goblin Town, middle of 2021 for a few months. Bitcoin went down 50%. Altcoins down gargantuanly. Okay, it was not fun. There's still a lot of bullish catalysts coming though for the market. Okay, but we are nearing some pretty keen validation points here. We're going to talk about those in a minute. Okay, better days will come for the market. Crypto's not going anywhere, but yeah, doesn't change the fact where we are right now. Runner XPT shared this one. Correlation gods at working overtime. Gold up. Stocks only down 1% to 2%. Crypto, 9/11 level stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 did close yesterday under the 50-day EMA, which not fantastic. We saw that happen back here in December and then again in January as well. So U.S. stock market losing a little bit of momentum right now, which is not good. Now, maybe stocks just have kind of an average year after a mega year last year. But how funny would it be? Stocks end up having an average year. S&P 500 only goes up, I don't know, 7-8% this year or something like that. And, you know, crypto just goes to Goblin Town. That'd be kind of hilarious. We are seeing a lot of outflows. What is this? No, I'm not playing your silly game, Hero Wars. We have $1 billion in outflows from Bitcoin ETFs in the last week. Hurt saying altcoin season never started, but it is coming soon. True. And in a lot of ways, altcoin season never really started. I mean, you look back at what happened, and it's so funny, by the way. So funny. Retail came back for like a couple weeks. They all aped into XRP, 7x their money, and then left. What? Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. By all charts, there has not really been any altcoin season. Now, there's been little areas of outperformance. We had AI agents that performed for a short amount of times. We had meme coins in and out of performance over 2024. We had some AI moves in early 2024, but there hasn't been any sort of broad rally in altcoins, for the simple fact is that the biggest majority of altcoins have basically been totally uninvestable for the last 2 years. Now, there's been short times you could trade them for trades, right? But in terms of just kind of trying to do the old-fashioned buy and hold stuff, Yep. Lark trying to be bullish all the way to the bottom. He needs to. If not, no viewers, no sponsors. Look, you can make money in both sides of the market, man. You can short the market as well. You can buy opportunities and things are low. There's still farming to be done. There's still stuff happening. Okay, even the worst market conditions, there's still stuff happening. Okay, my business does not depend on sponsorship money. Okay, it's fine. And look, I'm just trying to tell you guys what my actual opinion is. Okay, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass here. This is what I think. These are my opinions. We're going to talk about some of the charts here and some of the key invalidation points that we are reaching or have reached for some major assets that are sort of, sending off the alarm bells in my brain, and I don't like it. Anyway, Bitcoin right now has closed below, or has not closed, has pushed below the range. We got 12 hours for the Americans to wake up, bid Bitcoin, and push the price back up above $90,000 to get us back in range. There's probably a decent chance of the Americans waking up and freaking out and market selling their bags just as equally, right? We'll see what happens, obviously. But this is not good, okay? This is not good. Now, let's say $88,000 currently. No bueno, okay? This is lower than the January 13th sell-off and lower than the February sell-off, which actually stayed in range. Currently, the RSI has hit oversold conditions, which last time we hit oversold conditions was all the way back here on the 5th of August during the yen carry trade unwind. Before that, it was June. I can't remember what the hell happened back then. But anyway, so we're at kind of similar levels now. Now, those were buying opportunities, particularly in August, but there was a clear catalyst for why everybody was freaking out. The Japanese yen carry trade unwinding. Okay, it made sense. This time, the catalysts are a little less clear, except that there's this growing uncertainty and unease happening in the markets right now, right? Anyway, this is not good. I don't like this. If we keep closing, if we get a daily close under here, probably a pretty important invalidation level. We need to recover that ASAP. The loss of the 200-day EMA was not good. Loss of the range, even worse. Not good. Not good here for Bitcoin, all right? So let's see how that plays out. But that's, nearing an invalidation level. Now, if we keep dumping and lose the 200-day EMA, is the sort of red line on the chart here, that probably brings us back down potentially as low as like 75K, which is the previous highs from 2024. Now, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. By the way, guys, if you're trading these markets in either direction, you can, of course, make money long. You can make money shorting. You can long the bounces, short the rejections, all that kind of stuff. And you can do that over on Femex. You'll get yourself a $50 bonus for free signing up. That's a free $50 sign-up bonus over at Femex, one of the OG crypto exchanges. Deep liquidity across all the big pairs, of course. Plus, you get a 20% deposit rebate, deposit $1,000, get $200 back, and up to $1,000 in trading bonuses. So go over there, get your 50 free bucks. Check it out. Okay, so crypto comes with a nice chart here. Just had to share this again, show that as short-term looks like a bloodbath, you may be looking at the 5-minute time frame too much. In every cycle for both Bitcoin and altcoins, there is a point that makes you question reality before everything explodes the upside. In previous cycles, that was February 2017 and January 2021. Interesting how it always happens in the first couple of months after the Bitcoin halving year. Classic. How do we know for a fact it's coming? We don't. But I've been trusting this cycles since I've entered Bitcoin in November 22, this cycle. Since I entered Bitcoin in November 2022, this cycle, and I won't stop now. Nothing about this red year looks different than others. Interesting. Amit here sharing a bit of hopium for everyone amidst the red. Late February, early March tends to be the bottom and best time to buy during the first year post a U.S. presidential election. So there's a bit of rhyming, seasonality rhyming. The problem is February is supposed to be a decent month. We've not had that seasonality rhyming yet. We were actually on pretty good course Friday when we had our live stream, and then Bybit hack, all the other bullshit happened, and markets, of course, tanked after that. Ali here sharing capital inflows in the crypto market have dropped nearly 50% in the past 10 days, declining from $52 to $26 billion. And that's one of the biggest problems right now, is that we don't have fresh money flooding in, right? There's there's too many sellers and not enough buyers. Quite simply, I know it sounds like an obvious statement, right? But here's the fact. Inflows have slowed down dramatically, okay? Exchange volumes down, inflows down, all that kind of stuff. That's problematic. We need to see this starting to trend back up. We're probably getting closer to a bottom on that, but still. Raul Powell saying you guys only learn some patience. This is 2017, very similar macro structure. 5x 28% plus pullbacks in Bitcoin. Most lasted 2 to 3 months before a new high. Alt saw 65% corrections. All of them were noise. True statement. By the way, there is good news. There is good news. Citadel, $64 billion asset manager Citadel, is going to start doing market making in crypto. Now, there's going to be some straight up bullshit when those guys get here, but they're coming. We're going to see institutional level market making, which will run the markets up hard and run them down hard too. Merlin here. The altcoin blueprint is clear. 2019-2020 versus 2024-2025. Same setup. 2 tops, shakeouts, oversold stochastic RSI. Will history repeat? Let's see. Slurp says, I really do think crypto is going to go into a pretty bad depression period and probably already is at the start of one, Bitcoin excluded, but just what I'm seeing at the moment is probably the worst state it's ever been since I've been here. Pretty much everybody even stopped pretending we're trying to build something. Everybody just hyper gambled into memes, pretty much the equivalent of money flushed down the toilet. Yeah, got pretty rough, man. Got pretty rough. Let's look at the others. The others. This is another one of those invalidation charts for me. Not loving what I'm seeing here, unless we bounce pretty hard, pretty fast. It's not looking good at all. So the others is all the altcoins outside of the top 10. This lost the zone of support here on 254 billion. We're down 20 billion on the day and failing to hold above this area of previous resistance. Now, hopefully being price support, but not currently holding there. So again, another potential invalidation point here for the cryptocurrency markets. So when I talk about invalidation points, I'm talking about potentially, yes, moving more of my assets into cash, even though it's an inopportune time to do it, because if we invalidate more, shit can get a lot worse before it gets better, right? And I haven't done that yet. I'll keep you guys up to date. I did take cash on my back on my Fartcoin position and my Chainlink position. Those were not huge positions overall. Chainlink was 100% in profits. You know, it's funny because I sold Chainlink start of February, sold it at 21 bucks, bought back at 21 bucks, down 33% since then. I'm not actually positive. I've been thinking about it. I'm not actually positive I'll rebuy it. Not that I don't like Chainlink, but one thing I've realized is that I've had too many damn positions. That's been a real problem for me. Too many damn positions. So it's better to consolidate that money into fewer positions so I can keep track of the charts. And a lot of underperformance has happened because of having too many damn coins, too many to track, right? Classic mistake. Anyway. When the time comes, I'll reallocate that money as I see fit. Ethereum is currently experiencing its worst February ever. Last time ETH had a red February, it dumped 54% the next month. Right. Yep. This is the Ethereum chart, looking pretty brutal. Now, again, reaching major invalidation point for, bullish continuation, unless we recover here super fast. Then it's really problematic for ETH. Not only did it not reach new high yet this cycle, let's say, but this line right here is pretty critical. So look, the rejection from the 20-day EMA was brutal, absolutely savage. We got up to 2,800 bucks, straight down to 2,500 in one candle. But this line right here is a very, very important one. And it's not perfectly drawn there, but It gives you the base idea what you need to know. So this goes all the way back to the bottom of the bear market for ETH when ETH was $800. We've been on an uptrend line ever since that time. Okay, and we've just broken our first daily candle close below that line here. Second daily candle close looking likely below that line. Now we had a wick down below that the other day. Not too concerned about wicks, but daily candle closes are showing an acceptance of the rejection here. Okay. Don't like that. Not a fan. Not a fan of that. That's a worrying sign, let's say. Right now, we think, oh, now we're talking about worrying signs. Well, this is a major invalidation point. We've been on an uptrend here literally for years. And if that uptrend is now invalidated, yeah, not great. Not great short term for the price of ETH unless we get a relatively quick recovery coming in here. You know, again, that could just be a short blip under there. But as we get more and more acceptance under this, not great. I could see a rally up to here, like 2,600. And if it fails to get above there, that would be probably a rally to sell, because that would be a retest of that and a bearish rejection there if we don't get back above that line, just FYI. Alex Kruger saying, looks like the largest SOL liquidation since 2023 on the flush below 150. Ouch. SOL currently at $135. That's pretty crazy. We have one more key area of price support down here at $120. Do we get there? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Absolute just elevator down here for SOL from 170 down to 135 in a day. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. And there's not a lot of bid coming in yet for a lot of these charts. That's the problem. Right. So we've had sort of nonstop spot sellings. There has been $1.5 billion in liquidations today, but a lot of this has just been spot selling, people deleveraging their positions. XRP chart also invalidating the uptrend here on this breakdown. Not fantastic. One of the majors that's looking like it could have a pretty significant correction in the coming days and weeks unless it recovers very, very quickly. Litecoin also lost a 50-day EMA. See how this plays out over the next few days. I still think the Litecoin ETF trade is a valid thesis. So let's see how that plays out here. Cardano also rejected pretty heavily at the 20-day EMA, lost the 200-day EMA purple line on the chart here. Currently, just lost actually the downtrend line. So again, another major rejection and invalidation of really any attempt at bullish price action here, right across major assets, XRP, Cardano, all this kind of stuff, right? So a lot of rejections right across the board here, a lot of invalidation points right across the board here. SUI losing the 200-day EMA, blasted right through it like a hot knife through butter, losing the downtrend once again, heavy rejection from the 20-day EMA. Okay, Avalanche, similar situation, rejected from the 20-day EMA on our potential breakout the day here, strong rejection there, breaking through recent price support at around 2150. So, yeah. Lots of very ugly charts out there right now, guys. Lots of very ugly charts. Let's keep that real. Okay. So, have you unstaked that Jupiter yet? I have. Just going to take a few weeks. Hopefully it's worth something by that point. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Probably by then markets will be a little more rational. Hopefully I can still sell it for $1 at some point. Anyway, Rick says, I'm not selling, but the 30 to 50% climb out of the hole is rough. Amen to that, man. It's going to be a tough. We have done so much damage. It's going to take a few days to recover. People are going to get mega bullish on the relief rally, but it's going to take us some time to grind out here unless we get some big headline news that gets people really excited and puts the wind back in the sails of the market again. Anyway. Mike says, who cares? Just short them buy low again. There you go. Be flexible, man. Be flexible. Try not to panic too much, guys. You can short. You can rebuy your spot bags, all that kind of stuff, all right? Okay. Are you dollar cost averaging SUI, XRP, EPT? No, I'm not. I'm not currently adding extra cash to the market. We'll see how we go. It's funny how we always pray for good buying prices. When the prices arrive, no one buys. I think the problem is a lot of people are relatively out of money, would be my guess. Plus, I think there's a lot of fear right now based on what we've looked at the charts, a lot of invalidation points coming in, right? ETH breaking a major validation zone, Bitcoin breaking a major validation zone, a lot of altcoins losing key support. Chances that we could see, and I know everybody's always, when the charts are going down, everyone's lower prices, but there are chances that we could still see further sell-offs before things get better. I am, of course, want things to get better sooner. I think a lot of coins are getting pretty heavily oversold. They can get more oversold. Just keep that in mind. But yeah. Okay. Bull run. More like bullshit run. Yeah, I know. Any chance we get back to pre-Trump levels, Lark? Well, for a lot of altcoins, I feel like quite a few of them already got back there, man. For Bitcoin, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how macro markets start responding, right? Adam, what's up, man? I see you. Adapt to the new market maker strategies. There's been a gargantuan amount of market maker selling on this move. I mean, again, you have to think of the irrationality of the move in crypto right now. Stocks are basically fine. Now, that could change very quickly. But basically, stocks are fine right now. And yet, crypto's in a Armageddon-like situation, a come to Jesus moment here for us. Again. Crypto, man. It's so, it really is so crazy because, like I was saying, I really feel like the vast majority of this market cycle anyway, the vast majority of crypto assets have basically been uninvestable, right? Because nothing holds any value. They all just get wrecked on, pullbacks and stuff like this, and everything's so correlated, and it's been tough. There's definitely been some great trades to be made. There's good swing trades. There's good narratives to follow. But it's more than ever before. I think you have to absolutely and viciously and ruthlessly and aggressively just dump everything all the time, which is exhausting, but that's kind of the way we have to probably be approaching these markets more so moving forward. Athena holding well against BTC and USDC. There's always a few coins that outperform, right? Or that'll hold up well enough in a sell-off. Chainlink was holding up amazing. It was holding up amazingly for a while, man, and then not so much. I like Chainlink. Great tech, man. Great tech. What's the exact reason of the sell-off? Tariffs? I mean, there's a lot of things. The tariffs, fear that the equity market's going to go down further, all the stuff that's happened with the Bybit hack, and just a lot of stuff's unwinding right now. And that unwind, how much longer does it take to play out? I don't know. We'll see. If macro markets get worse, right? If equity markets start falling further, I don't see a situation in which crypto does particularly well in that scenario. And again, there's always opportunities. There's always things to short or things to long on bounces and all kinds of stuff that can be done, right? There's always money to be made in this market. Got to approach it with the right mindset. Okay, I know that the sort of portfolio drawdowns can be pretty terrifying, but there's always money to be made in these markets, okay? If you have the right mindset when you come in here. Okay. Another NFT bull run. I don't know. I don't know if we'll get another NFT bull run. Definitely not like we had in 2021. The markets feel so oversold. Oliver, I would agree. I mean, technical indicators also showing that we're getting into oversold areas. Question is, how oversold are we, and how much more oversold can we get? Right? Will the Americans wake up? If they're starting to wake up now. Are Americans going to wake up, sit down at their computers, and go, "Holy shit, crypto's on sale and buy," or "Holy shit, crypto's going to zero, quick panic, sell everything"? That's what we're going to find out over the next few hours. If you sold, remember, you have to pay taxes. Well, if you're at a loss, you don't have to pay taxes. You got that going for you. Anyway, but do keep in mind your tax obligations, guys. Why freak out over tariffs that don't even affect crypto? People are idiots. Tariffs do not affect crypto equity. Tariffs do not affect crypto, but they do affect crypto, because if tariffs drive inflation up, that affects the equity markets. That affects the wealth effect that people have right now from riding high on stock highs. That affects people's jobs. Companies hire fewer people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. People have less money. People are more pessimistic on the economy. People are less willing to take risks. It all boils over into the crypto market eventually. Four years in the future, we'll look back and laugh at our fears. Of course, it's always about what's happening short term, right? What's going to happen over the next few weeks? Are there better opportunities to buy, or is this a major turning point where we might see more months of downward price action in the markets? Anyway. Lark trying to save his YouTube money before the end of the Ponzi. Look, man, I know people are very pessimistic on crypto right now, but crypto's not going anywhere. Okay? It isn't. It's been a really rough cycle, I think, for a lot of reasons. It's been huge value extraction from meme coins, much more scamming than in previous cycles. It's just scamming became so much easier because it pumped up fun and stuff like that. But crypto's not going anywhere. Look at everything that's happening, right? We had all the the SEC dropping most of their cases against crypto companies, sovereign wealth fund coming, strategic Bitcoin reserve coming, altcoin ETFs coming, M2 supply increasing, DXY falling down, long-term bonds yields falling down, all this kind of stuff happening. Fundamentals of crypto have literally never been better. Multiple major tech upgrades coming. All kinds of good things are happening in crypto, except for the price, which of course is the truest representation of how good the tech is. Is the price going up? The tech's great. Is the price going down? It's shit. Classic stuff. Tom says reset nearly complete. Let's hope so. Like I said, we need to see a bounce here relatively soon. If you hate the space, sell, get out, and don't return. It's true. It's true. I think a lot of people struggle with that. Like, if you really feel like, okay, this is it, we're going into a bear market, you can just sell. The thing is too, like, you might have some positions that are decently in profit right now, and if you're like overly stressed out, you can just take profit on a few of those too. Like, I know the most unsayable thing in crypto, you're allowed to take profits even when the market's down. Okay, and if you don't have profits, you're allowed to sell at a loss too. If the pressure is too much, you can always buy back. You can always buy back later. This is the thing people don't understand. Cash is also a position you can buy back in when you're feeling more comfortable. And you don't want to just top blast, right? You want to look for actual proper support bounces or reclaiming of key AMAs or something like that. Okay, sure. Don't just wait, sell low and then only wait to rebuy when things are like blasting off to new all-time highs. Obviously, that's not the case. You need to play it smart if you're going to be doing that. But there is nothing wrong with protecting your capital. I'll say that and remind you guys of that. Not saying that's the best time to do that, obviously, but sometimes you're allowed to do those things, right? Remember, at the end of the day, it's you alone sitting at your computer, right? There's no one there holding your hand, telling you when to buy, when to sell. So it's also up to you to manage your own risks, manage your own capital, and make your own decisions about what you think. I just try to present my opinion on the market and where I think things are at, what I think is happening with things more broadly. And just checking the charts here. Actually interesting. ETH's kind of holding up currently while Bitcoin's actually had a bit of a further move down, which is interesting. Vamshi, New Zealand misses you, Lark. I kind of miss New Zealand sometimes, but I'm pretty happy in my new home here, to be honest. This all seems way too familiar, just not in February. We did have massive downturns in previous cycles, like we covered earlier. February 2017 and January 2021, huge downturns in altcoins. Did Griffin end up being a rug pull? Just saw the price. I mean, how bad is it? I mean, I think a lot of AI coins are just wrecked beyond belief right now. I don't know if Griffin in particular is... It's only down 10%. Not a rug pull, just an AI coin getting absolutely slaughtered because the market's gone risk off and nobody wants to buy AI coins anymore, quite simply. Tom Main says, and you give false hopes. I know. It's a common criticism. Look, I just try to share my opinions on the market. I do not get everything right all the time. Sometimes I get things spectacularly wrong. That's part of the game of investing, right? Question is, at the end of the day, can you end up with more than you started with? That's the tricky part, right? So not trying to give false hope and trying to give my honest take on the situation here, okay? Lark, do you think the bottom is near for crypto? I would like to see Bitcoin maintain above the 200-day EMA. Let's have a look here. Right here, 200-day EMA, $85,000. You lose 85K. I think it opens up the door to all kinds of demons in the market to come out because we start seeing a lot of liquidations. I saw with ETH as well, $2,400 right now. Saw someone share there's about $300 million worth of ETH that'll get liquidated at $1,980. That's going to cause the liquidation cascade even lower for ETH if that happens. So you want to watch to make sure the price doesn't get to those levels, right? So let's see. Again, let's see what happens in the U.S. equity market opens. If we wake up and the S&P 500 starts dumping, Americans start freaking out, panic dumping their crypto, then we could see prices go lower. We're probably getting closer to a bottom, but I don't like all these invalidations that are happening. It's raising a lot of alarm bells in my brain that I don't like looking at, like the ETH chart right now, losing the multi-year uptrend. It's not good shit, man. Not good shit at all. We need to either recover that ASAP or update our opinion on what's going on in the market. Lark, what's the turning point price-wise for Bitcoin to mark the end of the bull run? You know, Bitcoin's been in its own sort of singular bull run where a lot of altcoins have not really been doing that. So the turning point for Bitcoin, probably if it loses like 75K, that's probably going to just really bring in an absolute crisis of confidence because all those Bitcoin ETF holders, we've seen $1 billion in outflows from the Bitcoin ETFs. All those Bitcoin ETF holders are going to be massively underwater at that point. A lot of Bitcoin ETFs were bought for higher prices. People are going to start worrying and we'll see more outflows, which creates more problems, my guess. Let's see. The New Zealand tax department is the amount of tax money I paid. Unreal. Anyway, different conversation. Been Sell orders looking painful. Been saying $100,000 Bitcoin is not sustainable. They want to destroy the timing of the cycles. To an extent, I wonder if now that we have all these Bitcoin ETFs, if Bitcoin's just going to largely track as even more so than before, is just a beta play for stock markets. And a very, very volatile one at that. S&P 500 goes down 3%, Bitcoin goes down 15%, your altcoins go down 90%. Yeah. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Okay. Lark, altcoin season's coming. Relax, bro. Hopefully. Still got most of my altcoin bags. Like I said, I de-risked Fartcoin. Too high risk right now. I like it. I'll watch it. Probably enter it later at some point when I see it actually putting in some strength. And I de-risked my Chainlink bag at 100% profits because I've been in it for such a damn long time. It's actually probably more than 100% profits because I sold a few different times, locking in profits from it, clearing it. I think $24. Was it $24? Sold some late Chainlink, and at $21 sold some more Chainlink. Rest of it sold at $15-16, whatever. Not the end of the world. And I like Chainlink. Like I said, I've had too many positions recently. I really feel sort of the weight of that. Having too many positions has sort of messed up my ability to manage those positions. So when I re-enter that Chainlink money later, I'll probably put it back in like Litecoin or something like that. Why is Binance? Oh, there's been some huge sell pressure over on Binance, man. It's been pretty crazy. The market makers, the exchanges, been brutal. Thanks for super chat, Adam. Don't get shaken out. Even if the market pivot, and that's big if, we're going to lose so much time of the bull run just to get back up to where, yeah, true. Shakeout of the shakeout every day. What we knew is need to clean the crypto market from any garbage skinny projects. Yeah, there's been absolutely some bullshit out there. Where do you see Near in 3 months' time? With Near or really any of the sort of big layer one blockchains like Aptos or Sui or whatever, none of that stuff is going to move until we have risk on attitudes come back into crypto. As today is showing you, the risk on attitudes are not here. The inflows are down. There is a lot of stuff coming that can change risk attitudes in crypto. Today it's not here. Let's see. We'll have to reassess later. As simple as that. Look at the charts, show what they're telling you, not what you want them to say to you, but what they're actually saying to you. Right? That's what I'm talking about. There's some major invalidation points that are currently being hit here, and it's something I don't like seeing, and may have to update our opinions unless we get some quick turnaround here. Larky still selling our altcoins between March and April. Well, we hope so, Jason. We hope so. We just need to get a rally, man. That's all. Just one more rally, guys. One more rally. We'll see how we go. Like I said, if 108K was the top, lamest crypto cycle ever. Most altcoins didn't do almost anything. The only real money that was made was in airdrop farming, which we did very successfully in 2024. Made a lot of money airdrop farming, or in a bunch of bullshit meme coins. To be honest, how depressing of a cycle is that? Most of the big tech alts and quality layer one blockchains didn't really do that much. And some had some nice runs. Sui had a nice run, right? Went up, almost 10x. It was a nice run for Sui. And then, of course, it's corrected, obviously. But there's been very few major runners, been few and far between. A lot of the older chains have barely done it. Got Avalanche, man. So much bullish stuff going on. Avalanche barely moved. Got up to $50 and back down to 20. The gauntlet is back. The super cycle hurts. Super cycle is a dangerous word, man. Dangerous word. Opinion on H bar. I haven't looked at the charts actually, but I did see that they got was an update on their ETF filing. So the ETF guys, the ETF guru guys, they're giving H bar and Litecoin both now a 90% chance of approval. So that's pretty cool. Number go down tech sucks. It's the worst technology. The worst technology. Based on M2, Bitcoin will move sideways for 2 more months. Justin, good morning. Welcome to the party, man. WTF indeed. Sold my third kidney to buy the dip. Well, if you had a third one, I guess you didn't need it, huh? You can only trade the market as it is, not as you want it to be. Amen to that. Amen to that. Okay, one or two more questions here, guys. We'll finish up for today. Injected to 35x from the bottom of the market. There were definitely some coins that outperformed, but again, they were few and far between. There was sort of not much of a sustained broader rally for altcoins. We had a very short rally at the start of 2024, a very short rally at the end of 2024, and that was kind of it so far. Maybe that's going to be more typical of how the market moves moving forward. That we'll have shorter rallies with more pressure on selling because everybody's going to start kind of realizing that, okay, rallies are more short-lived. And then there'll be the mega rally and everybody gets left sidelined because they sold too early. Classic stuff. Classic stuff. All right, where are we at? Solana killed crypto. No, it's just that Solana was the best place to run the casino. Just like Ethereum was for NFTs in 2021, and just like Ethereum was for ICOs in 2017. It's not Solana's fault. It's the fault of the human greed and the scamming and the cartels and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, we are going to finish up there for right now, guys. You guys are awesome. Stay safe out there. Okay, I know it's crazy shit in the markets right now, but this too shall pass. There are better days ahead of us. Okay, stay positive. Keep looking for opportunities. We're going to be fine. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you back in the next one.